Alrighty folks, welcome back to Shallow Pockets Acres. Got a bat flying through and some deer here. That looks like does on camera. And this video I had put together for a little while. Just never got around to narrating it. And I'm finally getting to it because I checked this camera again and or no, I didn't check this one. I checked the one in behind it and got some at least one better buck on it. And I want to get it put together. And later here in this video there's a bear that does come through and move the log that I mentioned back in one of the other videos whenever I was walking around filming. But I didn't get the bear on the camera. It's right in behind here, behind the tree stand. Which where those deer are going in at, the camera's actually set up right alongside that trail. And here goes the bear down through, or it looks like it didn't. Maybe it didn't go the whole way down the trail. Maybe it cut off to the right here more, but it definitely moved that log around that I showed. And then I don't know where it did go, whether it actually went on down through or not. Got a few more deer in here running around. And I can't remember whether there's anything that actually has any horns on its head in any of these videos or whether it's all does. The doe with the fawn is on in here a couple of times. I think the fawn's in here running around by itself. But the most of this is just doe traffic through here, I do believe. And I got to review on what cameras I have checked now. I got the one behind the tree stand checked, and I don't think I checked the one behind the cabin, and I know I haven't checked the one in the back here lately. I need to get them checked here in the next couple of weeks, and then I'll have everything at least up till July checked. And I kind of thought I had this video put together but didn't, and I did have it in a folder but I just never put it together. And I also had some footage that has went missing from the camera, the trail up from the old fire pit on that trail up through the woods there, because I had a decent buck on it too. That, and I'm not, because I ended up throwing everything into a folder of 2024 videos, and I'm not going to go back and try to pull out some of the stuff that I know I didn't get put on. And I also tried, there's a smaller buck there, tried to just take the daylight videos more so than I didn't include some of the nighttime stuff. I did put the bat in here at nighttime and a few other nighttime videos on, but I tried to avoid that this range because I had enough videos that I didn't need to make that long of a video, I don't feel. And I hope the next check of these cameras I get some of these bucks where they grew out more and possibly even some hard horns or hard antlers, but I may check them again before the end of September whenever the antlers seem to hurt, or beginning or end, I forget which it is. In September whenever they actually do get hardened up. I don't know if I'll check them before that or wait till about the end before I check them again. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens, how busy I get, and whether I get around to doing that. And then we did have movement in here at night still. And I tried not to include a whole lot of the night videos, tried to keep most of it daylight on this one. And I haven't seen on anything I've checked yet any more bobcats, or the gray fox hasn't returned as of yet that I know of, but they could be on the camera in the back of the property that I haven't checked yet. And the trail that deer is on and the bear went down through is the one that I used myself to get down to my tree stand. And it's also, and I don't know if I don't think I've put it on yet, but I did take the weed eater with the brush cutting blade and trimmed some of the trail through the blueberry patch. That'll be in an upcoming video if I haven't already posted it. I ain't sure. I don't think I have as of yet. It's put together. I just haven't took the time to upload it to YouTube. Another doe in there feeding a little bit. I'm walking through either at daylight or right at dusk. Another little buck in there feeding. And this happens to be one of the cameras that don't have the time and date on it, so I really don't know how early this video is. That looks to be another doe feeding through. And I'm hoping, and it's looking like this hunting season, there's going to be at least the chance of seeing a bigger buck on the property. Or at least seeing a buck on the property, period, because come hunting season they seem to get scarce up here. But they're hanging out more so, it looks like, here on the property in the summertime anyhow this year again. And I did have the third or fourth year I owned the property, there was an 8 point that was hanging out pretty consistent, and I had a neighbor at the time that told me he didn't hunt anymore, but he ended up shooting an 8 point that year. So, and when he shot him and all, I really don't know and really don't care, but it just seemed odd. He was there the biggest part of the summer, but yet I never seen him in archery season or rifle season. And there goes another deer down the trail, and it's just a game trail. It's not cut out to where a person could walk down through it, where I think it was may have been the fauna of that mama that's out there that walked in. because it's still pretty thick mountain laurel everywhere through there, other than where I got trails cut through it. Couple more does wandering through. Then the fawn comes running in. And it's getting pretty big by this time, starting to lose its spots, it looks like. And I ain't sure if that was an owl or a hawk or what that bird was, but I thought it was odd and neat and just threw it on. Then we got the fawn back in here feeding by itself. And evidently the blueberries up here aren't big enough to be of much interest to the bears, because he's at least an 8-point, and I got him a couple of times back in behind here too, but there's really no parts of any of the videos where you can stop it and really look at his antlers. He's moving too much. He ain't standing still through any of them to get a good look at his rack. And I think that one that was coming from the right there was a little buck. We've got a group of 3 or 4. It's got a little buck or two in with them. Thanks for watching.